back to the Eustache Kitchen Table, everybody. Today we have James and Aaron here. We're very excited to have them here. This is actually, this is all James here because today we're trying alcohol-free beer. And James is very much into this, and we are supporting his hobby, I guess you could say.
I'm a non-alcoholic.
But we're very excited to try these because I've never tried any of them. Obviously, James and Aaron have, and then Callan has tried one, and she said it was disgusting before. So, but James, if you can tell us about what we have here and what we're going to do, that'd be wonderful.
Sure. Okay, so we've got 8 different beers here. 4 of them are from a company named Bravus. If I remember correctly, they've been around since about 2014, and they only do non-alcoholic beers.
This one too.
Oh, you're right, yeah. This one's also Bravus. So these 5... from the same company. They only do non-alcoholic beer. Then we have Two Roots. They're another, I believe they only do non-alcoholics as well. Then we have Klausthaler. Klausthaler is a German company. It's a pretty standard beer. It's a good company.
It's also carried at like Harmons and Smiths. And
yeah, it's common. It's easy to find.
It's a common one.
You don't have to order it. Mm-hmm. And then we have Lagunitas, and they are also, I think they dabble with both alcoholics and non-alcoholics. They also make a hops soda, which actually I don't care for. But I guess I should also mention what exactly non-alcoholic means.
Because none of us drink alcohol normally. All 4 of us don't.
That's
we
right.
tried to get an alcoholic, or not alcoholic.
We tried to get an alcoholic here, but
we tried to get one of our friends that drinks alcohol to come, but none of them could come today, unfortunately. So, tell us what that means.
Yeah. That said, I do have brothers that all drink alcohol, and one brother in particular, he likes to try my non-alcoholics with me, and he kind of tells me if they're good or not, anything like that. So, but non-alcoholics, typically you'll see that they have 0.5% alcohol, or contains less than 0.5% alcohol. That doesn't mean that they have 0.5% alcohol necessarily. There's a couple things. One, their instruments may not measure very much lower than that. 2, the legal definition of a non-alcoholic in our country and most other countries that do this is 0.5% or less. And also, 0.5% is so negligible that you literally couldn't ever get drunk on it. In fact, shout out to the LA Beast, who's a YouTuber who actually tried. And he couldn't, if I remember correctly.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I would bet that there are other things that we drink or consume every day that have
chocolate.
even more alcohol
That's
than
right.
0.5%.
Orange juice is one of them.
Orange
really?
juice,
Most fruit juices are going to have at least 0.5%, not 5%, but at least 0.5%.
So these have
higher.
less alcohol than most of our juices, most
That's
likely.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Starting with round 1, we'll start with the left and work our way to the right. So we'll start with that one. Go ahead, James.
All right, so this is Lagunitas IPA. So IPA, it's called India Pale Ale. Basically, the idea is you had to ship your beer with your sailors to India, but in order to get it there without going bad, you needed to load it full of hops. So IPAs, hops are the things that give beer that
flavor.
That, like, I guess some people say grassy, some other people say hairspray.
Hairspray.
But IPA is full of it.
Okay.
Argentina.
I didn't know
It
if they had
smells-
flavors or anything like that.
Oh yeah, they do.
So to me, this smells like beer, or it smells like what a person who just drank beer smells like. That's what it smells like.
That's slightly accurate. It's actually not as strong as some of the other ones I've had.
No, this one's pretty.
This is it's a very mild taste.
I shouldn't have shot that. It
Yeah,
went straight to the back of my throat. And I went,
IPAs are a sipping beer.
I honestly don't know what to think about this, like, at all. It's just very mild. It's very bitter,
really mild.
and it's carbonated.
I actually like this one.
You like that one?
Yeah, I do. And especially after trying some of these others, I really like this one.
Fair enough. Awesome.
All right.
So I don't know. I guess we can rate them out of 10. and I guess I don't have anything else to compare it to, so I'm going to put it at a 5.
Same.
Or do you not
I was like,
it?
out of all of them, it's a mild one, so I'd put it into the 6 range.
Fair enough.
So I've had more hairspray like
It
that.
was better than other ones I have previously tried. Like, I don't want to puke it out.
All right, round 2.
Next up, we have Oatmeal Dark Stout from Bravos. Now, a stout is, as I understand it, going to have roasted grains in it.
Kind
In
of
this
like
case,
coffee?
kind of like roasted barley, which
Roasted
does
barley.
it's going to give it a coffee-like profile.
So that's
So you're going to be reminded of coffee,
like the
But oatmeal.
Pero. Is
Yeah,
it
kind of
Pero?
like Pero.
kind of like that. Yeah.
Okay, so I might like this
I was
one.
going to say, you really like Pero.
I don't think you'll like it
I don't like Pero.
because
I don't like Pero either.
actually I haven't tried this one. It might be absolutely delicious.
So you've never tried... Aaron, have you tried this one? Okay.
No, this is the first time opening this one.
not had
Oh,
this
it,
one before.
Well, you're going
it has
for
a lot of
You're just pouring it in there.
it has a lot of molasses.
That's what
Was
I'm
it really
smelling.
sweet?
It's smelling.
Yeah,
it
it just
smells like
smells like
molasses.
Oh, it does smell like like roasted and molasses together.
Yeah.
I love the
Yeah,
color
you can
too.
smell the barley in it. Actually,
This looks like root beer.
It reminds me of
It does look
camping.
like root
Just the
beer.
smell makes me want to go camping.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have a lot of molasses when you were camping?
I don't know.
Did
It just
you-
makes me think of camping.
Ooh. Okay, it's like a bitter molasses. Again, it's very. It's.
Mhm.
I can. This is less
Oh,
bitter than the
interesting.
last one.
This one I like this one actually quite a bit. There's a
Because it's not hoppy at all.
no,
No,
there's
it's-
hops in it, but it's not the focal point of it is definitely the roasted
It
barley
tastes like
malt.
yeah. I was gonna say it tastes like really watery Pero.
Yeah, that,
Carbonated
it does taste like
Because
it's.
or
I
coffee.
have had Pero, and I don't like Pero, and this tastes better than Pero, but it's still extremely similar to
I don't
Pero.
love this,
Yeah.
but
I actually
good.
You like it?
Okay, not really. I take the really back.
You don't mind it.
I don't mind
It's
it.
palatable.
I don't hate this. I don't.
Well, comparing it to the last one, as well as comparing it to Pero, I'm gonna give this one like a 7 on my scale.
Yeah, I like this one better than the
Yes.
last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me too. I actually finished mine.
Good
Me too.
job. So proud of you.
But it was more out of curiosity. Like the more I tried, the more I was like, "What am I tasting?"
I don't
All
know.
right, round 3, another Bravos.
Okay, next up we have Bravos Blood Orange IPA. So think IPA, but with some blood orange.
So citrus hops.
Citrus,
That doesn't sound appealing.
hoppy bitterness. I can't get over the bitterness of the
I've tried
first
this
two.
one.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't like it?
Are all beers bitter?
It's the hops you're
It's
tasting.
the
Maybe a
hops that
little.
are...
The sours.
Ooh, this one smells citrusy, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
This is the
I
best
like the
smelling
smell
one.
of this one
I
so
can't
far.
smell the hops.
I still smell the hops. I still smell a little bit of drunk man next to me.
Yeah, you
But-
can smell the citrus.
Oh, wow.
I really don't like that one.
No.
Wow. Okay, I'm getting the hairspray you're talking about now.
It's a very it's that really really hoppy.
Aaron, do you want like?
Hard pass. Hard pass.
Should I make like an orange juice or apple juice to blend?
Yeah, because we're going with the non-alcoholic. Grab the orange juice.
Wow.
What do you think?
No, I'm okay for now. Because we've got more to go.
Are you okay?
No, I don't like it.
That's why I apologized ahead of time for pouring so much.
Aaron, would you like water?
I knew you wouldn't.
Or some
Right.
milk, or
I think I'm okay.
So the thing is,
I've had-
it's kind of like
It just mildly lingers.
it's kind of like they brewed it, but they also put
He
blood
did
orange
give you a
peels
lot.
into it and just let them soak.
it's the orange
It's
peels. Yeah,
so
it tastes
bitter.
like orange peels.
Mhm.
That's what it tastes. Okay, that makes way more sense. Thank you
Well,
for saying that.
more like grape.
That makes
grape.
way more sense.
Oh, blood orange.
Blood
pills.
orange.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yep.
It tastes like just zest of oranges with lots of hops.
With hops, the bitterness of hops plus the zesty. Oh wow. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not great.
Yeah,
No.
For a second, you thought you were getting blood orange juice
Yeah, I was-
with
Yeah, I was
beer.
excited. I'm gonna give
Suckers.
that like a
It
2.
had it's my favorite smell so far, but my least favorite taste.
I'm betting
Yeah.
there's one
It
worse than
smells
that,
great.
so I'm still going to put it at 2.
Want to be in
Round
the video?
3, here we go.
It's okay, we're the comic relief.
Next up, we've got just a normal IPA from Bravas.
That's what I was expecting all of them to taste like. So
Was that one?
surprised that the other ones didn't taste that bad.
We started out so well.
I know. Which one's this one?
Just a normal
Bravas IPA.
Oh, just the normal.
So think of the last one, but without the blood orange.
Well,
peel.
no, just think of the first one, right?
Yeah, and think of the first one too.
Oh, it does smell similar
You
to
don't
the first one.
want
Okay.
to try this one.
Okay.
You no.
Oh, geez.
Gosh.
Wow.
You were right. There is one worse than the
Yeah,
blood
the
orange
blood
one.
I have to admit, this isn't my favorite. You know,
Oh, that's big, James.
I'm actually I don't think I'm a fan of IPAs in general. I have had really good ones. Like
Yeah.
I like Lagunitas, especially after this one. I like Lagunitas.
Wow, this is
but
awful.
I just
The bitterness just sits on my tongue.
Mhm.
It just
No
sits there.
offense to Bravas, but not my
Hey,
favorite.
we liked the
I did
second
like
one.
the oatmeal.
Yeah, the oatmeal was
Yeah,
good.
I like
that one wasn't that bad.
Maybe we just like stouts.
Oh, I'm just not a beer
IPAs.
person.
That's-
We don't have the acquired taste yet.
I guess. I don't.
okay. So this one is a stout,
Like the
like the
oatmeal
first
dark.
one,
So
which we kind
roasted,
of didn't hate,
right? Roasted.
Which we didn't hate.
and this one is kind of like a peanut butter.
It's
is
got
it like-
now. Remember, it's
I'll
got
be honest.
flavors of peanut butter. Not. It doesn't taste like peanut butter.
So,
yeah.
so I didn't think it was possible, but this one's actually darker than the oatmeal
It
one.
is, yeah.
Is
It's
it?
very dark.
Yeah. Oh, but it
Oh.
smells amazing. Oh my goodness.
It does smell good.
Oh, it smells like coffee almost, which I love the smell of.
It smells really
Okay,
great. Lower your expectations for the drink, though.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
No, that's fine.
It's actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
No,
better.
it's fine.
I like
I'm
the
okay
oatmeal
with it
one
too.
better though.
I
Okay.
think it's okay. It
But
might
I like
be.
the other one more,
I
too.
do. It may be because we went straight from a very bad IPA to this, but at the same time,
He's not that wrong.
this is good.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
Yeah.
It's-
Okay. Not bad's the right better word.
It's still. This one tastes more like watery coffee than the oatmeal one.
I'm not getting any peanut in it.
Any peanut butter? No, I know. I'm not either.
Mm-mm.
I'm trying, but
I'm just getting the roastedness of it.
Yeah.
And so
And sweet.
yeah, it is.
To me, it's kind of sickly sweet. That's why it's not my favorite. I just kind of... The first time I tried this one, I didn't really like it at first. But then, as I sipped on it and as it kind of warmed up, I actually started liking it more and more.
Well, you liked it better warm.
Even though all these say keep cold, drink fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. If your beer wants you to drink it ice cold, it's a sign that it's a crappy beer.
Really.
Because you can't taste as well when things are cold.
So all those
So-
Bud Light cans that are like turn color when I get cold enough.
Yeah, not
Crappy
to
beer.
not to throw shade on the Bud Light people, but
We won't say anything.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well, I would give this one a 6 then, because it is a little bit worse than the oatmeal one, but it's better than the IPAs.
Yeah.
I think.
I think that it's good to keep in mind
oh, you're fine.
is we don't drink alcohol. We don't drink beer that is alcoholic. So, for all we know, this is the best IPA ever made. And and it actually tastes exactly like alcoholic IPA.
And we
And
hate
this one might just taste like Fresca for all we, you know?
Yeah, true.
Or
True.
water.
But as far as I have drank lots of different non-alcoholics and had my brother compare them with their alcoholic counterparts. So
What does he say? That's
he's had a few that he's pretty convinced by.
really.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know if he's tried any of the ones on the table before, but he has had a few that
There
he
are-
has ordered without me there even.
Oh, interesting.
That's saying something. All right, we're taking a break from Bravas for a second. We're going to Two Roots.
Is this the one you like?
This is.
I actually really
He
like this
actually
one.
really does
I
like this
really like this one. This one is a Helles. Helles is a kind of, it's kind of like a Pilsner. Woo! It's very heady, apparently.
It's got
So the profile of a
big head.
Big
Of Helles.
head on this beer.
is, it's supposed to be very bright, very malty, with a focus on the malts and really not much of a focus on hops.
Okay.
So it's just going to be bright, kind of fresh.
It smells really different.
Yeah.
Like floral.
It's not very
almost.
hoppy.
Okay, so this one still smells like the hops. I'm smelling the hops for sure.
Yeah, there is hops in it, but it's not going to be like the front of the...
It's a little
Weirdly-
sour, but not
Weirdly,
bad.
the hops is strong, but it's not like it's not
Yeah, this one's kind of mild. Like the
like it's not
bitterness-
great. It's not my favorite.
It's
but
like the bitter. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty darn similar to the first IPA
I
and the mildness of it and everything.
yeah.
I don't like how sour bitter it is. I haven't gotten sour bitter with the other ones.
No,
It's true.
this
I-
one is that's the more
Yeah.
yeastiness of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there's not much hops, the yeast and the malt really kind of
Come out more.
come out, yeah.
Okay, next
You should try to convince kids to not drink beer by giving them non-alcoholic beer and
See-
saying, "Look at how gross this is." Next one.
Okay, next is a Goza. Back to Bravas.
What does Goza mean?
Goza is a German beer that is characteristically very salty and tangy and kind of like a citrusy thing. This happens to be a raspberry Goza, so it's going to have hints of raspberry in there. It literally has pink Himalayan salt in it.
I actually like this one.
It doesn't taste anything like anything that we've put on the table so far.
Okay, good.
It doesn't smell like anything you've had so far either. It's just very, very, very different. Honestly, I don't think I like it because I don't like the idea of drinking a drink that makes me thirsty while I drink it.
It's that salty, huh? I'm excited.
Yeah, this one's
I
completely
smell
different.
the raspberry. Yeah. This
I
smells
actually
like
smell the salt.
I smell the salt.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of beach, like, you know, when
this.
in the washing machine and the waves and you
Yeah.
swallow some.
This smells like raspberry martinellis almost to me.
Awful.
Whoa.
Yeah, right? It's actually not that bad.
Yeah, I like this one.
It's the one beer that I probably hate more than all of them.
And the rest of us, like,
Just because it's
And
not
I'm like,
like
I
the
like
rest of
this
them.
one.
Yeah.
You're like, this isn't a real beer.
I like this one because you're
I
kind
hate
of
this
right.
one.
It's got a Martinelli's taste to
Yeah,
it,
it's like Martinelli's.
even though it's not
It's
at
like
all.
It's like a bitter Martinelli's.
yeah,
but it,
Yeah, I can get
it's like
that,
a
yeah.
mild without the. It's like Martinelli's without the apple.
It's the aftertaste that gets me.
Is that weird?
it smells worse than it tastes, which
Yes.
none of the other ones
Yeah,
have done that
True.
yet.
True.
Yeah.
I definitely taste the saltiness of it though, for sure.
This one makes me want food to eat with it, though.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Like I want-
probably. Probably.
I want a
I
hot
need
dog.
like nachos,
Yeah.
Those all sound great
like
right
loaded
now. I know.
nachos.
Yeah.
Loaded
I think
nachos.
that it's probably, it tastes like it's quality. Like, I think this is a good beer. For me, I think I'm going to pass on the Gozas.
Okay. Okay.
I think this one might be ahead of the oatmeal.
It also
one
has
for me.
coriander in it.
This one's my
Really?
favorite.
There's coriander?
Interesting. Well, I'm
not
gonna
get
give this
that.
one a 7 as well because it's very different from the oatmeal one, but I like them equally.
I like this one more than the oatmeal one.
Yeah. If I never drink this again, it'll be too soon.
I was gonna say, out of all of them, this one's my top.
Yeah.
I'm a stout and a Goza man.
Yeah.
Klausthaler Dry Hopped. Okay, so Klausthaler Dry Hopped. Basically, it's a Pilsner, which is your typical, like, traditional German beer kind of thing.
I've had this one before.
It's going to have a little bit more hop. Well, the difference is some people really like the hops of IPA. So to kind of give a more IPA-esque experience to your Pilsner, after they brewed it, they added in more hops.
Okay.
Makes it dry hopped, and it's just going to be a really hoppy Pilsner. So think this, but with more hops, but less hops than this.
And
a
James,
lot of
Less hops than this.
There's a lot of hops going around.
I've had this one before and I don't like it. So
You've
you
had the
need
dry
to-
hopped? Okay, yeah.
So you don't need to
I actually
have this.
love this one, personally. But
He keeps finding, like, the non-alcoholic
it's
thing
a
comes
World
into the
Beer
States.
Awards Germany winner.
Wow. Impressive.
Can't see there.
I was gonna say it's really tiny. Oh, I like the oaty, like graininess to this one, because this one doesn't. Okay, so this one's not nearly as bitter as the IPAs.
No. It just
But
kind of
it has a lot more of the hop flavor to it, or what I assume is the hop flavor. which I'm enjoying.
Mm-hmm.
One of the better ones. It's still not my favorite.
Yeah.
I
love this one.
This is good. Okay, I was
Weirdly,
really
every
upset.
time I taste these,
I was really upset at how bitter the IPAs tasted, and then, but this one, yeah, I'm enjoying this one.
It kind of gives you the best of both worlds, right? You kind of get some of that traditional Pilsner flavor, which we didn't try a Pilsner tonight, a pure Pilsner. So
I would give this one. I don't like it nearly as much as the Stout, so this is a 6 for me.
okay.
What were you saying, Erin?
Oh, I was saying, like, it's weird that literally every time you open a drink, I always take a sip of what his
every time.
and I'm like, nope, still don't like it.
Every time.
And like, it's still like that hairspray flavor. But like, the more I'm drinking these, the more I'm like, okay, this one's actually not that bad. Even though every time I'm like,
I like stouts, and I like, what was this other one? The
Goza.
Goza. So, and I know there are like girl beers out there, like the flavored, like girly beers. Would those be classified as girly? Am I a girly beer drinker?
Well, the raspberry one probably.
probably the Goza. I was gonna
Honestly,
say,
The raspberry Goza.
we're gonna,
I don't know what the reputation of a Goza is.
I
The
don't-
stouts, though, I don't know that would. I don't
I
think
think a
so.
stout
Yeah.
would,
I
yeah,
don't think so.
What's your favorite
Goza.
out of all these? The Goza. Okay. Callan.
The Goza or the oatmeal.
Okay. And James.
Probably the Hellas, actually.
Which is the
That
the
one,
2
yeah.
root. I would say the oatmeal or the very last one, the Klaus.
I do like the Klaus Holler quite
Yeah,
a
the
bit.
Klaus Holler is quite delicious.
Yeah.
Well, we've learned a lot today, that's
Yeah.
for sure. And I'm really sad that none of our friends could make it here that normally drink beer because they could educate us even further.
We'll have to fly in my brother from the Netherlands and he'll
Definitely.
teach us
Perfect.
all about it.
Yes.
Do they make these the same way they make beer and then like take alcohol
Oh, that's
out?
a really good question.
Or-
Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple ways that you can make a non-alcoholic. There's stop fermentation, which is basically you're doing the brewing like you would any other beer, but then just as it starts to ferment to the point where alcohol starts to form, that's when you cut it off, you bottle it, and you ship it. So that's stop fermentation. Stop fermentation tends to give you a sweeter taste because the alcohol or the sugar in your mixture hasn't yet become alcohol.
Fermented.
So it's going to be a little sweeter, stop fermented things.
Hasn't been used up.
Now, to get a little bit better flavor, what people most do these days, and this is also what they do with non-alcoholic wines, which, yes, they do exist, and no, it's not just grape juice, is cold boiling. So that's basically where they put the liquid, after you've brewed it, you put it in a vacuum-sealed chamber, suck all the air out to lower the pressure inside of there, which also lowers the boiling point of the liquid so that you can heat the liquid up to that lower boiling point. So it's not so hot that it's actually going to ruin the tannins and the other proteins that make up the flavor profile of your drink, but it is hot enough in that vacuum to boil out all of the alcohol. And unfortunately for beers, it also, and champagnes, it's going to boil out your carbonation as well. So in that case, you preserve your flavor profile better, but you lose your carbonation. So you have to re-inject those with carbonation. And then for wines, you have one more step, and that's that because you took the alcohol out, it's actually not quite as sweet. So with non-alcoholic wines, they usually fortify it with juice to give back some
sweeten
of
it.
that sweetness.
Interesting.
But with beers, you pretty much don't need to do that. So that is how you make non-alcoholic